This is going to be a good one. Okay. This was my seed today to watch the Raptors get absolutely embarrassed at home to the 11-43 San Antonio Spurs, a team trying to lose, a team that has Toronto's draft pick. So as I was going to the game, I was thinking, Pop's probably going to tell these guys, just kind of lay down. We need to keep this pick anyways. We need the Raptors to do better. Let's make sure they get this win. I've had season seats since 2016, the year the Raptors had the All-Star game. That's like 7 years ago. And this hat was given by them, which might go in the trash soon if they keep this up. Kidding. But that was the worst display of basketball that I've seen in my life. And I've seen a lot of basketball during my time as a Raptors fan, right? Like going back to the dark ages of Bargnani. I don't want to go back there because I've kind of buried those in my mind and they're gone. I don't think about those games. Excuse me. But the last, let's say 10 years, ever since that Rudy Gay trade, and that's something in my throat. It was the worst display of basketball I've seen in a long time. It was the worst display of effort that I've seen in a long time. And do not let these stats mislead you in any way, right? Because Grady Dick dropped 18 and 2. And at one point, I took a picture of the scoreboard when he had 15, 0, 0, and 0. Where do I begin? I'm so disappointed in this team when they're drafting recently. I mean, there's going to be a broken clock is right twice a day. Use whatever analogy you want. The Raptors have hit on some picks. They've missed really bad on some picks. Going back to when they took him, I didn't understand it at all. I still don't. Watching all the players after him, and maybe not all of them, but a big majority of the guys that they did not take, that they ended up taking, sorry, just readjusting as I lose my mind. But he's just, I mean, I've been playing basketball. I'm not going to say how old I am because I'm getting up there. I've been playing basketball a long time. I've played against some college basketball players, ex-pros, guys that can't dribble. I've seen some things. Grady Dick looks so lost out there. It's absolutely insane. I was going to make a low light clip of him playing defense. I still have the game on PVR, so don't worry, guys. I will. His IQ on the basketball court is some of the worst basketball IQ I've seen in my life. Getting back to his stat line, he hit a bunch of shots. He hit some tough shots. I'll give it to the kid. In the corner, threes, that's all he does. He went to the rim, and God bless his soul, he got denied by Wembanyama like everybody else did. Scotty Barnes got embarrassed several times. Jakob Poeltl tried to do some really bad, I don't even want to call it a dream shake, tried to start pivoting to gain some space to get around him, did not drop his shoulder into Wembanyama's chest as you would want to do because the guy weighs like 210 pounds and he's 7'4". You look at these guys, and I liked quickly. I still do. RJ's been great. I got to give it to RJ. RJ's the one guy out there that looks like every night he gives a duck and he's out there doing stuff. And he's going to the rim. He's going strong. He's not shying away. The jumper is not there, never really been there, but that's fine. Hopefully he works on that in the offseason. I see a willingness to play basketball. I cannot say that about, I'm going to pull this, like the numbers here, about really anybody else that touched the floor today. I'm going to go through just the names so I can kind of recall what happened during this game. RJ 13 and 5. I don't have the minutes up here. He had a fine game. Scotty Barnes 7, 9 and 9. When we still had Pascal and OG, there were numerous times at home games. Because to be honest, if I'm not at the game, I'm not watching every road game as I get older. I don't have the time to watch all the games, watch some highlights. Scotty, the amount of times he's had 2 points, 0 points, 3 points, 4.5. And remember, he was Mr. Fourth Quarter for a while. You guys might remember that. He was Mr. Fourth Quarter. And we still had those guys. And Scotty was like the third or the fourth option. But Coach Darko was still saying, or maybe he was hearing it from the guys up top. We'll get to them, not today, another video. Give Scotty the ball. We need to blow him up. And congrats to the guy. He's made an all-star team. I need to preface this again. I'm not shitting on anybody. But at this point, man, like what I saw from Scotty today and a lot of other guys, which I'm going to get to, was just defeated. The look of being defeated. These guys were terrified to go into the lane against, I get it, he's 7'4". The guy's 205 pounds soaking wet. We don't have a bully on this team. You really don't have that anymore. RJ hit him with a tough screen early, popped him. Not even that bad. Wembanyama flailed like the undersized, underweighted center that he is. But you need to kind of do some stuff to kind of get these guys out of their comfort zone, right? And that's why guys like Dylan Brooks, people want to, poop on him for whatever he does. You need not necessarily someone like that because he can be dirty at times, but you need someone to get under someone's skin, to set the tone, to rally the guys. These guys have zero leadership right now. And I get it. These guys are trying to tank, and that's fine. But you can still lose a game and not get absolutely hosed on your home floor. I'm looking at the score right here, this picture that I took, 97-67. I mean, they lost 122-99 at home to a team that had 10. The record was 10-43 going into this game. The Raptors were 6.5-point favorites. They got embarrassed by Memphis, another home game I was at like a week or two ago, and Memphis has absolutely nobody playing for them. Like nobody. They have G League guys playing, and a few like, and some of the guys like GG, and there was another guy, I want to say his name was Vince something Jr. Exactly, right? And I follow the league. These guys are getting, term deals now. The Raptors are being embarrassed. Gary Trent had 4 points today. All these guys, and that's the thing what I was saying before, when you have Pascal, who's an all-NBA player, when you have Scotty being his, probably a third guy at this point of his career, right? But he's been thrown into the fire. Lead us in points. That's fine. He's done a good job. Against some bad teams, you'll be okay. There was no secondary scoring. There was no primary scoring. There was no scoring at all today. The Spurs are one of the worst defensive teams in the league, somehow. The Spurs have been terrible defensively ever since those title years. And they have Wembanyama, who's scaring the shit out of some guys when he's coming to the rim. The Raptors can't shoot to save their lives. Like, the Spurs don't have really any plus defenders when you go through their roster. Like, Vassell, Keldon Johnson's pretty decent. They're an undersized team. They got Jones, Champagny, Sohan is just out there doing whatever the hell he does. Jetty Osman, Zach Collins will block some shots, really does nothing else. Like Malachi Branham, like these guys are. This is a bottom 3 team in the league, destroying the Toronto Raptors, getting, like I said, hosed on their home floor. Grady Dick, getting back to him to finish that thought up. I only have 10 minutes. I'm already 75% through this video, unfortunately, as I'm ranting. Grady Dick is so lost. I don't understand how you can be an all, what do they call them in the States? All-American. Lead your team to I don't even know what Kansas. They're always in the Elite Eight. I don't know if they're Final Four last year, what they were. And be so damn lost on a basketball floor. People say there's a child amongst men. He is that in every sense. I get it. Like, other than shooting, the guy has zero skills on the end. And I'm not even being mean. I'm not going out on a limb. I've watched enough of him so far. Can the guy change? Yes. Whatever you can't trade the guy yet. But I mean, if he has a draft, if he has any trade value after getting 18 points and blow a loss, move the guy. I know the trade deadline's over. Move the guy in the offseason. I have zero hope in this guy. As a defender, he's slight. That's fine. He's not like, he's apparently 6'7", 6'8". He plays like he's 6'2". He does not challenge shots. He does not put his feet in the right position. His hands are up and his feet are moving when he's guarding guys in transition. They put a shoulder in his chest. He falls over like a weed, tumbling in the wind. Jaden McDaniels, I went on a rant about him earlier in the season. I watched him play once and I said, this guy's not an NBA player. And I had people on me as usual because they thought I was hating on fact. Quickly, another guy. And when he was, again, another guy that, like Barnes, when you have, and this is the thing, and this is why numbers are so misleading. You can look at stats in basketball, specifically basketball, and especially with scoring right now, where numbers are so inflated because nobody guards, and it's a 3-point shooting contest, garbage points, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, damn, this guy can play. Very few people watch opposing teams and their players other than when they're visiting, right? And sometimes even when they're visiting, they don't really watch them unless they're superstars. Manuel quickly did a pretty good job being the 6th man, had some spot starts, and I'm still high on him. He looks lost out there as this team's point guard of the future. Am I out on him? No. I think that he's going to grow, probably the top 3 shooter on the team with, I don't even want to call Scotty shoot. I know his numbers are great. He's another guy. When he's wide open, they give it to him. He's hitting it at a good percentage. But Dick obviously is up there. Trent and quickly. I would rank those as our top 3 shooters. Barnes is in there. Like I said, he's just not a volume 3-point shooter. Run out of time, guys. Embarrassing effort. Darko, as a coach, it was all fun and games when he showed up. He's riding for his guys. He's getting emotional. The team loves it. We're rallying behind the coach. Now you're coaching a team that has trash as talent for the most part, right? Like, and to speak on Chris Boucher really quick, because I have 20 seconds. I commented on something. People want to know why he's not playing. We know what he is. We need to find out out of the 10, 12-man rotation, the other guys, we don't know what they are. Boucher's probably done for the year. They're going to move on to him. They wanted to trade him, but they probably couldn't get enough at the end of the deadline. That's my rant because I'm running out of time. Comment your thoughts. Let me know what you want me to talk about next show and tell me what you liked about this team and anything. Comment. All right, guys. I'll be